Praise God. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. We are so happy to come your way today. We are Rehoboth Assembly of God Church youth discussion. You see, we live in this world and all the things going on. Sometimes people behave as if they don't know what is going on. But we are aware of everything going on. And sometimes when good people remain silent, then evil will prevail. We are seeing everything. And so they are quiet. And we also have a perspective about whatever is going on. So far as I identify as Christians. About what is going on in the world. And on your screens. We'll be discussing matters, and we believe so I have with me wonderful people, a youth from Rehoboth Assembly, and then I would like them to introduce themselves. But as usual, my name is Pastor Prince Obrempong, and I have with me these wonderful people. The person closer to me. Please introduce yourself. Now I'll pass it on to the next person.
I'm Ernest Crunchy.
Okay, next person.
Okay, so Medin Eddie Nson Abraham. Popularly obey my friend Father Abraham.
Father Abraham.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
My name is Eric Kebom. My friends call me Tesla.
Tesla.
I am Gabriel Watson-Chere. I normally go by Gabi.
Gabi. Gabi.
I'm Dalaba Jennifer.
Dalaba Jennifer. You're from here. Okay, so these are wonderful people, young people who, by God's grace, they're educated. They are all into professional institutions, working and all that. Now, at Christopher, sometimes we are maligned. I say, problem as a but it is what it is. And the person you concentrate on the topic content, and one of the languages I kasai or content creator content. So the person shall say because we will be engaging content very well from today. And you can say content. What do we mean by content? What do we mean by content? Jennifer, content.
Okay, thank you very much for the question. Basically, what I would say about content is something people create, share, and post to either inform, educate, entertain, or persuade audience. That is what I can say about content.
Okay, according to Jen, that is content. Gabi, what do you mean content? Content.
Yeah, so in the same line with what Jennifer said, content talks about any digital material, being it video, being it podcast, being it written articles, or anything that is shared on the internet for people to engage in. Yeah, so people create, they put together videos, they write things, they are set on podcast, and then their aim is for people to engage in that, whether for education, entertainment, or any other purpose.
Oh, okay. So I want us to be just as we look at the meaning of content. I think we'll arrive at somewhere. Definitely, there's going to be a golden thread that will go through all the definition. So, according to you, Tesla, to you, what is content?
To me, I would say content in general to me is a piece of information that is created by, in our case, we say a creator, to communicate to an audience with the aim of delivering his or her own purpose to the audience.
Okay.
Yes, in a way that, let's put it in this way. If I'm a creator and I'm delivering something out there, with me, I have a purpose of delivering that thing.
Oh, okay.
And therefore, for an audience to receive, that purpose must be fulfilled.
Okay.
So if my content in this case is to entertain people. That means the audience are to be entertained.
To be entertained.
Yes.
Okay.
In the case where they receive and they are not entertained, those people cannot be regarded as my consumers or my audience.
Okay, I think so. There's Eric has even taken a step forward. We'll get there to look at the purpose of content and all that. Father Abraham, only meaning to you, no. You know, there is a dictionary kind of definition of matters, but I'm telling you, we live in a world where dictionary most of the time it doesn't matter, because people are beginning to become relative in their perspective. I mean, what I think the thing is, you know, we are living in a world where everybody wants to live in their own world. Now, I want to find out from you content. But Abraham, content,
Okay, Pastor Eda say Sabi, me mame ekojom kodidwa otonema. Se me mame fantos kojom se okoton a de odi ekojom no eye ne nema okoton.
Okay.
Enti se me de me fa me phone pe ade bi a me di to ho se obi enhwe se ye me start copy me Facebook handle ne YouTube nyina no se me de to am obi ehu no me ka se eye content.
Okay.
Yes, enti no as long as a masheda na enye mistake na masheda se me de bibi to ama obi ahwe whether say obi hwe obi anhwe media to say obi nhwe nko ade eye content.
Okay, let's say the whole kind of content na enye accidental o sheda and oh yeah, that's an interesting point right. Okay, let me come to Ernesto. What's it do after say
Ajankwa.
Okay, so Ajankwa, me to you, what do you think content is?
All right. So with content, you know, it's a service. Basically, it's a service that requires a device. Okay, I get a device and I render a service. With the service now, I have to get a target audience. So I just make sure I get a subject matter and I put a device in front of me. Whether I can choose to do it live, maybe my phone, my soccer message, then my first subject, then I can once. I'm trying to engage an audience so that they can watch what I'm doing, and if it's in the interest of them, they will keep requesting for more.
Okay.
Through the views and also through the likes.
Okay.
So I think basically it has to do with service.
Okay. Bless your heart. And it is from Jane to Ernest. Me content cannot be secret. So me try me create content and it is not a content, and so the content must be public. Let's look at the types of content we have. And tomorrow, who said people intentionally create something and then, so because of technology, that a person put it out there so that people can consume. But let's look at the types of content. Gabi Ebo Bosso. Gabi Bobo and Semiso about, I think he mentioned, maybe I want you to deal with that, the type of content. So let's listen to Gabi.
So looking at the types of content, we can talk of written content, we can talk of audios, we can talk of videos.
Okay.
Those are the types of content. So let's take it that I'm a blogger. I write stories about places, or I write stories about things that are happening in my community. That's writing, that blog that I have, and I'm putting those writing there, they become my content. And that's a type of content. That's the written content. Then we can talk of the videos. These days, we see so many, especially on TikTok. You go to YouTube, you go to Facebook. People are creating so much content, like different types of content. People are into lifestyle. And you see, especially these days, ladies, they will say, join me in my morning routine. And you see a lady on social media trying to let the world know how she does her things in the morning, from where she wakes up, takes her bath, and all those things.
Okay.
So a lady is not shy. A camera in front of her will let people know I'm going to my bathroom. Sometimes semi-naked. All those stuffs are there in the name of creating a video content for the people to enjoy.
Okay, so basically the content that comes to us, will either be in the form of maybe words, a write-up. It can also be audios. It can be videos, where others call it audio visuals and all that. So these are the the natures are content no from the bar.
Yeah.
And I think you went a step forward to talk about morning routine. So we have to now, let's then move to the next question, and then I'll see how we address that. There is this term we call content creators, and then content consumer. Let me take something from Jane. Jane, what is your view on any of them that you want to take? Who is a content creator? Who is a content consumer? Maybe you talk about one, and then another person will look at that. Who will be a content creator? Who is that person?
Okay, so when we talk about content, a content creator is someone that, creates or shares whatever he or she does on social media for public view, for people to have access to. That person is a content creator.
Okay, so the one who creates the content is now the content creator. I think it's even self-explanatory. But I'm asking you that question because there are people who plan, they say he or she wants to do something and bring it out there for people to see. So we are calling that person a content creator. Tesla, who is a consumer? Who is a content consumer? If there are creators, then we have the consumers.
In our perspective of what we are talking about, a consumer here is anyone that feeds on these contents that are uploaded up there for people. So in my perspective, I can say that anyone scrolling on social media is a consumer.
Wow. Anybody scrolling on social media
is a consumer.
Why a consumer?
Exactly. Why a consumer?
Why a consumer? My goodness. So it means there's a very thin line there. Where it looks like then everybody is a consumer now.
Exactly.
Okay. I want us to look at the content creator. Let's put some light on the content creator. Say, maybe a content creator, I don't think I'll just wake up and create something. There must be a purpose. Me create content. Now, I want us to look at all the various purposes. Dear Kurenti will be a saw camera. Gabi started with morning routine. Dear Nebebo will be 3 more say, okay, and then sorry. They could create content that could to the social media for the whole world to see. Now, our content we have the purpose. I know we cannot go into the minds of people, but at least we can. The content that comes, you can see the purpose at the end of the day. So let's talk about the purpose of the creator. Let's talk about it. Father Abraham, talk to me. What are some of the purposes for which people create content? Or create content?
Okay. Funny enough, my financial say this side. Most people share we were Jimmy we're Jimmy Powell, but said there will be so question no. There is a motive and nipa ne say be who Jimmy said the who say oh Jimmy no. But now the if say be a Jimmy na wa Jimmy. So for obi di bibi beto ho no, the motive any say either say obi be share. Now at the end of the day, one yam fasudie be a free so. Obi
share no yam fasudie. Okay, that's a very powerful point there. Yes. Okay.
And the fasudie na e bi ba se be a sika from because for now various handles no ATSK based on say they be a wajidin war sa handle no so and I say what me a hate threshold be a was a handle no so
okay
and ebia at the end of the day otiminya thresh otimi hit sa threshold na obenyeska enti Jimmy a wo fi say o Jimmy no ne bota eta ne Jimmy na chi say obenyeska
o ne Jimmy etuanaka
say ye hwe ekwa atwiri a misade ade brebi etwa bukala ne we no timi mount stage manfo ti tuasika ekotena ho ehwe at the end of the day sika na ombeje because be tua gate fee and then be a woman say to esca dia mobi but data but data now auto go so a no utua obi kan no at the end of the day a man for produce content say they will be able to get money. Some also produce content in order to be popular, get the fame at the end of the day. But at the bottom line, is on your fame now to me hit the threshold, still the person can still make money out of it.
Okay, so Father Abraham is talking about one the monetary aspect.
Yes.
Sikaye. first granite first cow for me say intention be una ma be kona skada from na afa and that's so skada we talk from na ira so Abraham Amia who say people create content one sika because the etuaka now almost all the platforms are paying and then again for fame and will be shena kuriase the here so benya network with my popular a trend over bia and also do you think there are other purposes for why people create content?
I think basically Father Ibiaka no. Okay. Exposure. If you are tunable, if you be any settings, any packaging.
Okay.
So tunable say no address, what share, what drip it. And I'm calling say na African man say no we achia.
That's right.
So be because when him say at the long run no say feminine bar baby kwan man. They can sit with with people like big men.
Yeah.
Okay, it draws this kind of advertisement man. In the long run, is Canada and Nipa Nibenya. Say popularity in the crowd since say on Nipa case about what money.
Yeah, because my home for content creators are because of the content I will create, and to be a whole TV, a national TV. I invite for interview. I just so I interview and the content now creating in Tinama, Bababi P. a honum. Okay.
Other thing, person in fact we can crunch it. One other thing is, say believers. Okay, now certain. Okay, we believe say these content creators do like baby. Some are motivational, some are good, some are also bad. Like there are consequences and repercussions here and there. But you won't say like it has become basically the devil's tool. Okay, just to make sure say people are distracted here and there because they share social media. So we call ourselves Christians, yes, that's the fact. But to say, "Oh, sorry, I'm not money devotion. Can be our boy. Sorry, I'm not because we want to know what to do." We want to know what is trending so that we will not be left out. We don't want to be a castaway. So we just like if I phone now, you are just focused.
You're obsessed.
Then what's trending. So all these things, the purpose need not lead to that purpose.
So the creator has a purpose. They are trying to say your Bob so for Abraham man is also is there something I don't want us to have this notion say social media and the content creators need na Edwin Bonnet. I know people who also come in to educate a lot of things, a lot of medical advice, medicational stuff and all that. So with a purpose, you only say yes, Sikano. Is it possible we can have a content creator on just continue, but he came to probably educate people. There's something going on or feel so bit to me I contribute to positively to society. Until also creating the content. I think there's that window too is opened. Okay. There's something we call the creator's worldview. Because the creator's worldview, we are talking about what the creator, Nipano creative content, what he stands for. Now, if I talk about worldview, there are people who don't believe there is a God. There are people who believe there is a God, the theists and the atheists, or the atheists. And then we have people who, when it comes to issues about money, so worldview, it talks about everything. So when we talk about money, people have different worldviews about money. When we talk about religion, people have different worldview about religion. When we talk about so the worldview of the creator. But does the worldview of the creator affect the content?
I would say yes. Yes, in the sense that when you say the worldview, that is it's more like your background. Your background on how you see something. So in this case, the content you are making is actually what you. It's more like where you come from, or what you have come to believe or accept. So if your worldview on finance is just about, let's say, putting out maybe a susu, let's say susu, you don't see the bigger picture out there. So any content you create will be on around susu.
Okay.
So in this case, let's say a believer is making a content. The worldview about Christianity is what will lead the person to put out a content there. Or yeah, content.
Okay.
Because in the worldview, is surrounded on this Christianity view. And to be able to put in, even if it's in finance or Kasikasama, he tries to relate it to his background.
Okay. Okay. That's a powerful submission there. So the worldview of a content creator will definitely surface in his content. And if that is the case, We will come back to that. I think maybe I have to mix. Let me mix this with the consumer. I want to mix it with the consumer so that it makes it more interactive. Now, Tesla the content creator has a worldview. The worldview, no, the content, whatever he is presenting to you, in the worldview, eshim. Now, what should a consumer of a content beware of? Because everybody is a consumer now. And to say somebody produces a content, and the content now in the worldview, if I'm consuming, what should I be looking at? Let me take it from Gabby. Then we'll go to Jane, and then we'll come back to this place. Yes.
Okay, so as we are discussing here, one important thing that Father said that we should take keen note of is the intentionality of these creators.
Okay.
Adibi omo ye bia omo nim say the person de to ni no omo de to say de bia obeba behwe. So as a consumer, you should also be intentional about the things that you go onto social media to watch.
Okay.
So ye nyina nim say social media you see algorithms so ha ade a ohwete bia na no ana many times almost sign the bro.
Yeah, the bro, yeah.
So if I go on the social media as a Christian, as a youth, I should go there for things that will help my Christianity, things that will help me to grow in my Christian journey. It's me intentional about that. And then economic share obia or ye nyama enemy faith in share. My worldview is as a Christian, I should go there looking for spiritual growth things. So my share there I'm spiritual growth. Then quickly I jump over it, or I go to the things that I know will help me.
That's right. Now that's a powerful submission. Jane, what's your view on that? So I create my content. My content has targets. There is a target. If you go to let's say YouTube, who upload a video, they will ask you, is it for kids? You have to take it. There's a checkbox there. Is your content for kids? Then you say no. Sometimes when you're going to go into details, you can even open the details section where you say, well, anybody who is not 18 years shouldn't watch this. My content, in my mind, I have a target. These are the people group I'm looking for. And especially if I want to even sponsor it, I pay money so that my content goes far. And so the content creator, I have my purpose, I have my target. And don't forget, with the target, I also have an intention, which we have just discussed. You, the consumer, what are you supposed to watch out?
Okay, so as the content creator has his or her target, I being a consumer, I think I have to be smart. I have to be a critical thinker. I should know what to consume and what not to consume. So when I see a particular video, first of all, what I have to do is I'll ask myself, is this video good for me to consume as a Christian or as a believer and as a youth? And then again, I have to look at the subject matter of that particular video or content being created. Then I'll analyze the whole thing about what the person is doing. If it is healthy, then I'll consume it. If it's not healthy, then I'll pass it.
Consumption should be intentional.
Yes, please.
It should be intentional.
Yes, please.
Bless your heart. I still want us to dig a little deeper. Probably it's going to be my last question for the panel. The consumer, the one going on social media to consume the content, also has a purpose. You must have a reason why you are going on social media. You must have. There's something we call impulse buying. We need your okoto. And I be crying at your okoto pencil. Abe yejuma. Ura hono manano. Why we crown pencil zone? No nam flower zone. Or nam light zone. No pe chese. I feel cry with me free more on one top pencil. You know, we have people with that kind of a weakness. They are so weak they can't stay focused. And a consumer must also have a purpose. And a consumer too must have a worldview. And then there's this principle of attraction. If what Jane is producing is what I want, then there's going to be a pair. I always look for her because she creates what I like. Now, we go to social media, we see certain content have millions of views. The one who creates and the one who consumes must go together. In what ways do consumers influence creators? In what ways do consumers influence creators? If I create a content nobody watch, I'm going to be kind of discouraged to continue. But if I create a content and the consumers are jumping on it, then I'll be motivated to create more. So I want us to talk about in what ways do consumers and creators relate as to what content comes to social media. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. Let's come to Father Abraham. Let's come to Father Abraham and then listen to what he has to say about that. Me kritina mo enia major creation no, but me kritina mu di. I think our brother Kevin was talking to us about the niche. Mo pende de me try be gum. So let's see how consumers and creators, what is the power play there, the relationship. Yeah.
Okay. So in the world of business, I say the most important key from the producer's perspective, the customer or the consumer.
Okay.
So I believe say a sad way now a play in this content creation and things. Say me the adeneba even po efi o maami ye aduane bi na ma ono ahwe the way mo attend to aduane mo ani ni ya. Say next time obe ye aduane amegiri say sad den ebia onye.
That's right.
And no cry if you anka o maami wo so to me. Enti no megiri say consumers emom na motivate producers or creators emom created the omo created.
That's a serious highlight. So consumers motivate creators. That's powerful. Okay, go on.
San say the omo de beto no at the end of the day otumi hit na threshold and a target of views a shedding crying ma or produce similar thing or to continue the or produce but me believe say at the end of the day ordinary adena beto 6 months and 1 month 2 months 3 months na nipa be 3 bia definitely obesisa na adwen se obeye nko ade obe try at the fufro. So the relationship between consumers and then creators of content is that consumers inspire creators.
Wow.
I mean,
wow.
They inspire them.
Wow, that was powerful. I don't go. One men kasa. I don't go. Why now? What's the my is it the creator or the consumer? Because it looks like Ubetis Obika. I on critique content. Papa kura no more kasa. Who are we supposed to look at? Is it the consumer or the creator who controls the game?
Maybe basically it's the consumer.
The consumer controls the game.
Because say if I post a video now I say you feel now mami no duane na gana like when you na ope but also be ni sa na medi ni sa na de bia mami de same gana medi ni sa na fe it's the same thing. Okay, medi ni sa me say mami ka bedwin say oh say me ba we de bi obedi. So if I post, if I'm a creator and I post something, and even if the dislikes are very, let's say 100 out of 100, dislikes are 3. Okay, those dislikes now, about say, oh, comments about say, your videos are boring. Okay, your what you create or your creations, they're all boring. Go for 3 out of the 100. Except for the 97, no, I'm not like it. No commenter. Me, I'll see it say, no, those who like the video, no, it's because like that's why they liked it. No comments because they were paying attention and they understood whatever I did. So I'm going to keep doing what the 97 likes. What are the 3? Because they are just on pay. Okay, people weigh. So my way now me say oh likes na eson don't send dislikes now. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what people like. And I'm sure that what I do, if people like, those who like it will share it because they become my customers. They become loyal to me. And I'm sure that as time goes on they'll be sharing. And start. Oh yeah, they'll be so when you try to you trace it to where the source is, which is maybe YouTube. So I believe that the consumers play a major role. Okay, in terms of creation, they play a major. Just that people don't see it as such, or they are by mentioning it. But indirectly, if this is enough for they become if all the video no be answer, all the video not to be answer. They like it to draw that attention. It's like a service. I call it business, no. Say me they echo chrome no obi anto me say I did this like is either the locality don't like what I'm selling,
Okay.
or they're not interested in my product. So I have to change the product to suit them.
Okay.
So basically, it's about the consumers. Everything's about the consumers.
Bless your heart. My last question, then just a view from every one of you. Okay, Tesla wants to talk. Let's listen to Tesla. Then everybody will respond to this last question, and then
I would like to put a scenario.
Okay.
Yemfan is a Asantinia Sebio ondi tubanida.
Okay.
Na yeye tubani kama. Me no na madibida. To me it's nice.
Come on, Papa.
Inti me na mahu se no. I'm trying to tell Asantini say de can be share. But when but obetima kasi only. But in the case where meet me for say they are then share no who need that in a way with me better as no already. And with this algorithm that's how it's happening. It's more like me say from a worldview as a Christian, if I'm going to the media, I have a purpose.
Okay.
There is what I'm going to search. But this algorithm feeds you automatically. They drop things you don't want to see. At the end of person he's feed you with a different thing. In a way, I've come to accept say whatever you keep seeing become pleasurable to you. If say content creator, in a way, these algorithms are helping them to even feed people that don't like their content. Because when who want to, na dey cry na dey be able no akoboso. And that thing, in a way, obabe pleasurable to. No, of course, we are not searching.
Then you get to a point where you become addicted.
Exactly.
I've been to do hokrabi.
Sir.
Is it quite the and some Ghana and is it Oka Santi Regina? Is it no toes are feno needing him? And of food so good enough. Is it okay, Gabby, let me listen to you.
Papana, what we are learning today is as Christian youth, we should also push good contents out there. Because if you read the Bible, it says that the God of this age has blinded unbelievers. So, obu intention say or create something for entertainment.
Okay.
But not knowing say or the year are there better ebimu sintudia and sebema ebimu faith ahead.
Very distractive, yeah.
Yes. Into one our Christian youth no. What you should do is as you are going on there, create something. If you are creating something, it should be something that will help the youth, especially Christians. Also, as you are going there, go for good content, consume content. Push good content. No? So we can cite. Let's reason together. Papa, you are youth in age. You are youth. In our time, they be follow, share, post. In any person who said there's this good content there. Though content creators be produce the we also push the right ones for people also to see.
Yeah, that's important. Let me pick something from. So you give it to Jane. I'm asking I'm giving a question, then you respond to this that we can draw the curtain for today. Now, Yahunu said the power is with the consumer. The consumer has more power. Now, if I, as a Christian youth, I want to go on social media, what piece of advice will you give to me before I even click TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, whatever? Before you go there, what do you think I must have in mind before I open? My cultures will be called more or koto pencil or PA and top pencil or koto toniema. I'm an sika koranso. But they didn't free finish or koto pencil. So I want us to give pieces of advice from your quarters. What do you think before I open social media? As a consumer, what should be in my mind before I go there?
So, as a consumer and as a Christian or a believer, one thing you should have at the back of your mind is, one, you look at why or the reason why you are going online for the first place. Why am I going online? That should be one thing you should have at the back of your mind. And then the impact of what you are going to get from the reason for you entering there should also be another thing you have at the back of your mind before going online. And then again, the moment you go online, you come across certain things that wouldn't be good for you. Yeah, you come across it.
Definitely.
Yes. So you focus on why you are there, the impact or what you are to obtain or gain from it. That is basically what I would say.
Bless your heart, Jane. That's a powerful word from me. Gabi, if my life is not organized, if I don't have a plan life, I don't know what I'm looking for in this life. I don't have timelines. I don't know what I want to achieve. And I don't even have a picture of who I want to become. Going on social media.
Anything will blow you away.
Anything will blow. Talk to me.
Anything can catch your attention. So, as Christian youth, what we should think of or how we should train ourselves is being disciplined. I'm going on social media. I'm going to look for Let's Reason Together. I'm going to look for Midday Step. If any other thing comes across my page, that's not why I'm there. I should be that focused and disciplined to push those things away, rather than clicking on anything that comes your way.
As a base, yeah.
Yes, someone wakes up in the morning and we don't even pray, we don't even look for our Bible. Okay, let me check these messages. By the time we know, especially those who are not actively employed, by the time we know it's about 9 a.m. in the morning and he has not done anything, just scrolling and clicking. No, why are you going on social media? Be that disciplined and focused so that you go for the good content that will help your spiritual growth.
That's why I bless you. That is Gabby for you with a powerful presentation. Let me listen to Tesla.
To me, I would say that what the most important thing a consumer should look out for is what he or she is going to consume. To me, I see everything you watch, you hear, or listen to, in a way, it's a food you are feeding on.
Okay.
And I can put it to you that you know that whatever, if you are feeding on something,
put it to me.
Definitely there should be a growing. Yeah. So if you are feeding on the negative things, definitely you grow in the negative things. And if you are feeding on the positive things, you grow in the positive things. So I will urge every youth or anyone there, any consumer out there, to watch out for what they feed on.
Yeah.
If the content, if there can be a good food in a bad container, in this case the container becomes the creator. So whatever you are going, and I know that there is no one here that when there is a good food in a dirty container, you or she will feed on.
Appetite,
that's it. So if you should go out there with a mind of looking for a good food in a good creator. That's my say.
Bless you. That's Tesla for you. Let me listen to Father Abraham. Your last words on me, social media and also. What do you think I should have at the back of my mind to safeguard me? Because if you look at the search engines and what they push to us, because we'll be a sponsor, they want to know Nipana sponsor. And Kelvin was talking to before we started the whole show. Or no Nipana open Sika no open to represent the content and Nipa Shamono, Yitianeka, and Kenya Bonnet. It is a mention content in Kadia. Why don't you give me something that will elevate me, something that will bless my life? And I think I will close with that. So, Father Abraham, make social media. What should help me go there and come back without being harmed?
Okay, so I believe say Gabi ne Tesla mo can be break. Me jiri se obi a wo hwe yen ha no. Se o be tu kwan na wura station a enne kra de aba ne se almost station bi obi wura bia omo wo sa megaphone yi.
Yeah.
Na obi announce me jidi se wo ko tamale a on ka se ye announce ntino ye announce bolga na se ai tema ne santi no wakuru tema kam abra ankatamale na woko.
That's a powerful scenario.
Right.
Okay.
Entino, you should know where you are going. E was so hu ba bia woko. Me media no so no me de toto edwomu ho. Aha, oko dwomu a bibia o bia e ton bibi. Se wonni bibi to a me gidi se ene a wote hai anase obi a wo hwe me wo be ko dwomu se me ko dwom. Bibi di wo be ko dwomu ana wo hia bibi na ato. But unfortunately, say you move bebre ye kodwom konenam ho essay sika nso ye mfa hwe mafi. What do I mean? What I mean is say ye comedian no so kohwe neema, but we don't gain anything because adena o kohwe ye no ombo onya botai bia se o kohwe. Enti say ye be comedian so one as a consumer you should know what you are going for. You should know say me kope adewe na mahwe. Okay, me raho me kwa kope awase me hwe obi na mesere eno kra no e wose hu content a me hwe na mesere at the end of the day e besan so aboa me obi nso to ho be produce bi bi obesere but one hwe yi asasere na chi no eno nso sign the asemfo fro be brew.
That's right.
Right. And as youth my young wasting me ton data, but I see people come to buy data almost every now and then. No be someone say see our question then dey important now dey
data
on produce
data
on produce ono ankasa utim bi kura tim be gina ho say nti data na me bon wo kasi ase ya hye no
obi si data is omo de petrol fra nti
ase ya hye no obi an hye no but then ono ankasa no on hye den hu de o pen wo ho nti obekwa akone nam ho na hye.
That's right. Bless you, Father Abraham. Let me listen to Adenkwa. Social media no me bawura ho. How will I go there and come back safe?
Tesla Jennifer Kai. Okay, regarding Tesla and the Gabidi. Okay, it's about purpose. You have to tune yourself and discipline. Okay, most youth here. Oh my bro. The mama should be na me fanda. Okay, so they just take the phones. Say na Father be kind no. Or shabo no afemada. Okay, now I feel that cost on that. Now I feel that cost of phone and stuff from some that say. But we will say what you consume the night is what you fed on, and that's what was giving you revelations and visions at night. Okay, so you have to have that purpose. Even media steps, say snap a train. Okay, videos say be weba. Okay, so you be like Utai be YouTuber. We say ads ba. Okay, another way how the devil entices us. Ask never. It's up to you for you to either you skip it or you let it play through.
That's right.
Inti say de bia eba, adwe ba de bia eba sa na one day you want say adwe ka hamdo ba mbie. Say bia next time remember you having that mindset say next time next time that ad will not pop up again. You are deceiving yourself. And that's how people fall into different or diverse sins or temptations because obo no ono na adwe na ko ene say me bia emba bium. But that enticement is what has got you. That's what has knocked you down and has become something hunting you day and night. Tibu are going to say, Okoshe, Papa, if I say, Oko YouTube, Okoshe, mid step. I feel, was a mid step in the banana, Papa Bibia Bassier. Adika, last time I mentioned you, my possible mid step, now for me, Adia, any semeshe. Okay, says now for the Ibicayan, you don't know what you are doing, you don't have the purpose, no purpose, no, you made your mind that Okoshe mid step, but because an enticement came up, you chose to go in for the enticement, leaving the main target or leaving the main product, which is very said before in Kanka youth, say is destroying us. This is not for Arabic data. Obio data pan, obio data pan, on phone, or me Benjamin Baby going to data. A besan, nothing, now job and income data and besao. I'll start streaming what I'm supposed to watch. So, as basically, it's about purpose and discipline. Basically, no matter the amount of data you have, whether you have it in excess or not, just discipline yourself. Yes, but just discipline yourself to know what you want. Okay, know what you want. You should know what you want, how you want it, when you want it. Okay, so that's it.
That's right. That is Adenkwa for you. People of God, we want to draw the curtain on our program for I Am Aware, which is a youth program coming to you from Rehoboth Assembly. And the interesting thing is that, let me read a scripture to you. Proverbs chapter 18, the verse 8. Proverbs chapter 18, the verse 8 says that the words of a gossip are like choice muzzle. If you care to know, the words of a gossip is like a choice meat, and nama ed there. I say concerned in ninsem na wakano. It is a namua ed there. They go down to the inmost being or the inmost parts. Yeah, when it goes so deep into your inmost part. The words of a gossip. Or concern in Nasama wakano, be grand and correct. But nipa so epen concern yasem etie. Na sa asem no so ewura mu a enkwani mu hayao, it goes into the inmost part. I want you to understand that whatever you watch here and whatever you get yourself involved in, please, they have a place where they are stored. A good man out of the abundance of the good stored in him brings out good, and an evil man out of the abundance of the bad stored brings out bad. We want to announce to everybody watching us that we cannot blame any content creator in as much as we have not looked at the consumer. The consumer drives the market, and the more we are inclined to evil content creators will continue popping up. And it's so sad that we have come to a point that people have even become addicted to social media. Obi wo hono ma abegye social media free ni nsem na wotwe de nka fa twa na ma 100 obegye. Obi ani data asa na awre ho chen se ne ma me ewu. Se ne data asa pa, ni data be san 1 day de nka ma me wu. That is the level we have gotten to. And so amanfo gboro bi kura de MTF worker. Amanfo de car che se wakọ bobo sia de akọhwe content. And it's so interesting. Yeah, consumers, they are control social media now to the point. So we could make one akoto gatem. Camera di nechiu. When we say gata da ho, no the Americans are no akoto gatem. Ni e na free gata no na ahwede ne ho aye pa no de aba content. Ni pe hwe 1 million. Nti ya hwe ne sa na de. O che no be sa to gata fufuro. Because we are controlling the market. I want to say to you that please look at your spiritual needs and your physical needs. Very important. Your spiritual needs, go look for content that will help feed your spiritual needs. Number 2, go look for content that will feed your physical needs. If I talk about physical need, your financial need, emotional life and all that, get content that will help you. Make sure you say, I'm comedian, so I'm how. Go there. I don't hear these wonderful people, what they said to us, go there with a purpose. Sometimes, with me, social media, I'm going to look at maybe how to do a setup in the church and all that. I list them because the temptation is baby now you pushing your bro because Ubia Triaka was sponsored to yes young force on Friday and Mereme. But I need me pedono Abraham Kase Makojum ye pie tomatoes and yana mebeto. Men Kase ye pinty and Amico Kumase na ye pie tamale omega phone timesi tamale phone and why the megaphone muntino. Men Kukumas Makotana Tamalika. It doesn't work like that. And here I want to say to anybody who is a consumer, because of what you consume, that is why these creators keep pushing whatever to you. And your one is a creator be no unyasika. It's work. And I even want to entreat the youth. If you can create something, create. If you get to the threshold where they will pay you, they should pay you. That's wonderful. But you can send something evil to the social media where you know children will even be watching and all that. It destroy our community. Now we have become a people who cannot even live without it. It's very sad. But we have made our choice. As believers, we will stand for the truth and what will help build us here and the world to come. Ladies and gentlemen, on this note, we want to say God bless you for being part of today's broadcast. We will come your way another time, and it is going to be an interesting moment again. God richly bless you.